So Scarlet Hill, which is the beauty section of Mr. Price, has come up with skincare. They had some skincare before and I have reviewed it on my channel, but now they've got like a whole range. I am talking serums, face mist, creams, you name it, girl. The attraction of this range though is at the price point. It will probably cost you more to buy a lunch meal than to buy the serums. I saw a GIF response to it that goes like this, and I can totally relate. It is confusing. Welcome to my humble abode, your go-to channel for skincare. I am not a professional and I don't claim to be one. I am just a girl who is crazy over skincare. So guys, I decided to get to Mr. Price, stood in a long line, and I purchased 4 products for you today. We are going to be looking at 2 serums that I purchased, a face wash and a face mist. This is a first impressions video, so the way that this video is going to work today is that on each product I will give you my thoughts on the ingredient formulation, and then we're going to try the products out together for the first time so that you can see my actual and true reaction to the Mr. Price Scarlet Hill skincare range. We're going to start with the face cleanser, and this is a hydrating hyaluronic acid plus coconut water face wash. It says revitalizes plus cleanses, a moisture rich cleanser that gently washes away impurities, cleans out clogged pores and removes makeup, infused with hyaluronic acid, vitamin E plus moisturizing plant glycerin for dry skin. So remember, the purpose of a cleanser is to clean your skin but not strip your skin's moisture. So what we want to see here is if the formulation is able to pass the test of not stripping the moisture but also giving that clean feel to the skin. From an ingredients point of view, there's water, sodium lauryl sulfate, so that is SLES and not sodium lauryl sulfate, which is SLS. SLS and SLES are 2 different surfactants. SLES is much milder than SLS, which normally strips the skin's moisture. Then there's cocamidopropylbutane, that is another mild surfactant. Glycerin cocoate, another mild surfactant. Glycerin, great, that's where your hydration is going to come in. Sodium chloride, that is going to balance the pH. Benzyl alcohol, that would be probably to thin out the formulation. Dimethicone, probably to give you a more smoother finish. There's fragrance in here. Okay, now at the bottom is the vitamin E that they discuss. The coconut fruit juice, dehydroacetic acid, that's a preservative. Triglyceride, sodium hyaluronate. So right at the bottom is the sodium hyaluronate, citric acid, sodium benzoate, benzyl salicylate, and coloring. So my first set of frustration given the ingredient list is this says hydrating hyaluronic acid on the top. This is the marketing gimmicks that companies use to really frustrate me, because when you're putting this right on the top, I'm expecting it to be one of your main ingredients, when in fact this is sitting right at the bottom of the ingredient list, which means that the hyaluronic acid is not the main component in this ingredient list. That is just very misleading and I find it very, very frustrating. With regards to the ingredient list, I think that it is quite a straightforward ingredient list. There's more than enough surfactants in here and there's nothing that's alarming on this ingredient list. Ideally, it just needs to pass the test of actually cleansing the skin and then hoping that it is formulated well so that it does not strip the skin's natural moisture. Okay, so let's try it on right here, right now. I have a water bowl and a rag in front of me and we are going to give it a go. So I'm going to put in a few pumps. 2 seems fine. Add a bit of water. My hands are clean. Ooh, it has a very light floral scent to it. It's give it a bit more water, see how much it can actually foam up, if it does foam. Let's put a little bit more to see to what extent it can foam, because I did only give it 2 pumps earlier. So it foams up, but it doesn't foam a lot, which is something that I do not mind. Foam does not mean clean. So I'm just skipping my eye area and my brows because they are already done. I don't want to scare you on the channel, so let's just stick to the lower half and the top half of my face. It spreads really easy, it smells really good, it doesn't over foam. Let's rinse it off and then see how it feels. Normally I would just rinse my skin off with water in the basin, but I'm just going to be using a cloth. Because we are doing this here and I'm not in front of a basin right now. And hopefully I don't wipe my brows out. Okay, so I'm going to give it one more rinse. I'm also being extremely gentle on my skin when I'm using this cloth because the cloth can act as an exfoliant and I don't want the cloth to add its 5 cents into my thoughts. Okay, so I am happy with that. My brows still are in place. Most of it at least. Okay, so I just really want this to dry down. I want to give it over a minute to feel if it is feeling tight or making my skin feel any type of way. Okay, so my skin is completely dry. It is not feeling tight at all. It's not feeling dehydrated. So for my honest first impression, I think that this cleanser is worth it. It seems like it's formulated really nicely. There wasn't an incredible amount of foam, so I could automatically tell that the surfactants were not outweighing the hydrating ingredients in here. My skin definitely feels clean, that's for sure. I mean, I don't use makeup. I obviously, you know, have brows and then I put lashes, but for the most of it, my skin is always just bare, and all that needs to be removed is SPF. My skin feels very nicely cleaned and the moisture in my skin is feeling retained. It's not feeling tight. It's not feeling dehydrated. Wow, I am impressed. And this is 150 ml for 59 Rand 99. Go Scarlet Hill on the cleanser. Good job. Alright, so next we have a face mist to try. This is the Brightening Vitamin C plus AHA. A lightweight, refreshing mist that rejuvenates and hydrates skin, infused with hyaluronic acid, vitamin E, coconut water, and moisturizing plant glycerin for uneven skin tone. So in terms of the usage, it says can be used after cleansing to set makeup during the day and refresh the skin. Okay, so let's have a look at the ingredients. Water, glycerin, polysorbate 20, which is a surfactant, benzyl alcohol. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth product in here is alcohol, which makes it a main solvent in this ingredient list. Benzoic acid, some preservatives, fragrance, glycolic acid, lactic acid, citric acid, betaine, tartaric acid, maleic acid, sodium ascorbate phosphate, vitamin E, coconut fruit juice, some glycerins, and some more fragrance and colorants. So this ingredient list just tells me that this is formulated the way old school toners are formulated, but they're calling it a mist because it has a spray pump on it. This ingredient list and this product is quite disappointing. My Taybabies know how I feel about alcohol being one of the main ingredients in a toner, or in this case a face mist. I don't have a problem with alcohol being formulated in ingredients. You know, if it's there to make it lightweight, more elegant, more spreadability, so be it. but more towards the bottom of the ingredient list, where it is not harmful over the long term to the skin barrier. In this case, when it is the fourth ingredient and it is being used straight after cleansing your skin with no form of hydration as a buffer, etc., this can be damaging to your skin over the long term. And maybe for some people it will take years before you see that your skin barrier is impaired. But the truth is that high concentration of alcohol on the skin over the long term can actually be quite detrimental to the skin barrier. Alcohol is antibacterial and drying to the skin. Alcohol being antibacterial means that it is able to kill the bacteria on your skin. So if you're using a toner, for example, that has a high concentration of alcohol, you are going to see the reduction of whatever bacteria you have on your face that's maybe in the form of acne. And whilst the alcohol does break down and degrease, the dirt and muck that's in your pores, it can also break down your skin lipids. Therefore, we prefer that you use salicylic acid, to degrease and demuck and break down the dirt that's in your pores, rather than alcohol, because alcohol over the long term can also break down the lipids in your skin barrier, leaving you with long-term skin barrier issues, which is far worse, because then you struggle with intense dryness. Your skin is easily open up to bacteria, inflammation, and it is truly just not worth the short-term gain. There are other stunning actives in here. I mean, there's glycolic acid, lactic acid, sodium ascorbyl phosphate, which is your vitamin C, and I just wish that it was not formulated with alcohol as one of the main solvents in here, unfortunately. I have dry skin and alcohol is so drying, so putting this mist on my skin is actually about to give me some anxiety, but I'm gonna do it because I just want to give you my first impressions, because that's what I promised. But you understand from a formulation point of view why I feel like this product is not worth your money. It's 120 mils for 70 rand. I didn't even want to read the ingredient list because I truly wanted to give you my first impressions. And now I'm just feeling like, oh, I could have rather went and bought lunch with the 70 rand. Honestly, this is an absolute waste. I'm literally going to put this on now so I can give you my first impression and trust that I will never ever be using this on my skin again, especially because I have dry skin. Okay, let's go for it. Once again, very fragranced. All those fragrances are coming up. It is very refreshing. I really love the pump that they used. Usually these pumps, they give issues, but this spread out quite nicely and quite evenly. So I just want this to dry down into my skin so I can actually feel how drying this is. I don't know if I sprayed quite a lot on this pod, but I can actually feel how dehydrated it's starting to feel under my eye. The rest of my face is not feeling dehydrated, but my eye area is feeling dehydrated. There is no doubt that if you use this product, you're going to see results, because the alcohol is going to allow the glycolic acid and the lactic acid to penetrate even deeper into your skin, which means that you are going to get some sort of chemical exfoliation on your skin, which will reveal a brighter, better, even skin tone to you over time. But if you truly love your skin, trust me, the benzyl alcohol is not worth it over the long term. And then we have two serums that we're trying out. So here it is a calming green tea and amino acid face serum, and on this side I have the brightening argan and vitamin C face serum. This is the first impressions, so I didn't want to try anything out in advance, so I just want to see which of the two is more water based so that we can start off with that. Ooh, this is not coming out that great. Okay, but it's a small amount, so it's fine. Okay, so that has more of a gel texture, so it's feels a bit more water based. Let's try this one. This one looks a bit more fluidy, but I don't know if it is water or oil based. Oh yeah, so the vitamin C is definitely more oil based, so we'll come back to that one. So we're gonna look at the Calming Green Tea Amino Acid Face Serum first. So this says that it calms and soothes intense moisture for glowing, radiant and youthful looking skin for sensitive skin. So from a formulation point of view, there's water, there's macadamia glycerides, glycerin, citric acid, aloe leaf extract, chamomile leaf extract, rooibos leaf extract, green tea leaf extract, devil's claw root extract, sodium benzoate, potassium sorbate, benzyl alcohol. So there's alcohol in here, but it's much lower on the ingredient list, so I can actually forgive that. It's probably just in here to give, you know, a bit more elegancy and lightweight absorption in terms of formulation. Okay, and then you're seeing some emollients, hydrolyzed oat protein, niacinamide, rosehip fruit oil, some triglycerides. Wow. So this ingredient list is definitely, you know, it's really eye-catching. There's nothing for me to complain about, and this really looks like it is incredibly antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, soothing and calming to the skin, no doubt. More importantly, it is packed with antioxidants. So much antioxidants, Taybabies. I am doing my happy dance right now. So if you are new on this channel, we love antioxidants because antioxidants helps protect your skin against premature aging. Environmental pollutants, smoke, sun radiation, all of those type of things come onto the skin, and they are called free radicals. So free radicals get onto your skin and they're like, we're gonna feed on the collagen and the elasticin on this person's skin. And your collagen elasticity is actually what gives you your youthful, plumpy, you know, radiant young face. And then these free radicals come and like, oh no, we're going to destroy it. So when you have antioxidants in your skincare products, it says, hey, don't eat on the collagen, don't eat on that elastin, feed on me instead. And that way it preserves your skin, helps with well aging, so that your collagen and the elasticity of your face stays in place. So can you understand why I'm like, this serum? This is an antioxidant boost serum for me, honestly. So let's try it onto the skin. Remember to never let the dropper, oh, this dropper is quite crappy, I'm not gonna lie. But it also has something to do with the fact that the texture of this is like very jelly. When I tried it on my hand earlier, just remember that the dropper must not touch your skin. When you're allowing it to touch the bacteria on your skin, by doing that, you're taking that bacteria and you're putting it back in there, allowing for it to harvest within your product, which is counterproductive to the skin movement that we are trying to continue with on our face. So let's put this here. Okay, so in terms of scent, there's no scent, which is great if you have sensitive skin. The benzyl alcohol in here though might be an irritant for people who have sensitive skin, and any form of alcohol like just irritates their skin, so just keep that in mind. This definitely absorbed really easily and well into the skin, you know, it's actually practically dry already. And also, I mean, when you compare, you know, this side to this side, you can actually see how much more radiant the side of my skin is actually looking. Truly and honestly, I would be so happy to just include this into my skincare routine as my packed antioxidant serum. This is 70 Rand for 30 mils. I think that I will find myself going and buying a bit more of this. This is definitely a gem that we stumbled upon. And then for the final product for this first impressions, this is the Brightening Argan and Vitamin C Face Serum. So it says revitalizes and softens, intense moisturizing for glowing, radiant and healthy looking skin for uneven skin tone. So the ingredient list is as follows: triglyceride, sunflower seed oil, argan kernel oil, sorbitan, rosemary leaf extract, sodium ascorbate phosphate, perfume, grape peel oil, vitamin E, some preservatives, and a bit more fragrance. Based on the ingredient list, this is definitely an oily serum. There's really nothing for me to go about saying here except that, you know, if fragrance is not your thing, then this is not something that you should be using. Okay, so let's go. And remember, like I said, don't allow the dropper to touch your skin. This is very oily, so just be careful. I'm only gonna put 2 drops. Let's pat it in. Very, very light fragrance for sure. It's not overwhelming. I think that's like one of the nice things of this range, is that there is fragrance, but the fragrance is not overwhelming, that's for sure. So if you enjoy fragrance, you're definitely going to enjoy this. The serum is quite oily. I want to just give it time to just, you know, absorb into the skin, and I want to see if the oiliness stays there or if it absorbs into the skin and dries down. This is definitely not an intense type of vitamin C serum that people are normally used to. I think that if you're a beginner and you have, you know, normal to dry skin, you're definitely going to like this and how it feels on the skin. Whether it's actually going to give you, you know, any intense visible change like a normal vitamin C serum would is questionable. The sunflower oil and the argan oil, you know, is really, really nice for your skin barrier. I don't think that you can consider this like, you know, a significant vitamin C serum. I think that if you're just starting out and you want to have, you know, some touch of ascorbate phosphate in your ingredient list, then this is what it is. This has started to dry down. It's not very oily when I touch it, but it is definitely you know, leaving some sort of radiance on the skin in terms of what the oil is doing, and it actually does feel quite nice on the skin overall. I love oils, oil serum, because I have dry skin, resonates so well with me, so I can definitely see myself, you know, putting this on before moisturizing just to finish it, because I did purchase it. This also goes for 70 rand and you get 30 mils in it, but it's not something that I see myself, you know, trying out again. My final thoughts is, if you're a beginner in skincare, perhaps you're very young and you're just starting out with skincare, this is great. The cleanser worked so well for me. There's not intense actives that you're seeing coming through in the range, and I think that, you know, it will just help with your skin maintenance if you don't have any specific deep concerns that you are dealing with in terms of your skin. The face mist, however, is a no-no for me, and that must like just be chucked straight into the bin. I mean, for the price point, if you're a student and you just have normal skin and you're just looking to start your skincare, this is a brilliant place to start at. Well done to Scarlet, Mr. Price, for bringing in affordable skincare for people, at which there are some products to really be excited over. It's definitely an A for effort indeed. And that is it, guys. That is my first impressions for the Scarlet range, looking at the cleanser, the face mist, and those serums that we tried on today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps with the algorithm and getting my videos seen. If you've gotten this far, then you might as well subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so that you get alerted when I post my next video. I hope that wherever you are well, you are making good choices. Please keep safe during this fourth wave and new variant, and I can't wait to see you in my next video, at which we will be discussing my top 2021 products for the year. See you soon.